as well. Go out for a brisk walk or something, just because you're absolutely fine. That's crazy. I'll let you go anyway, mate, because I'm feeling a bit rough, so I wouldn't want to bring you down if it's even possible. But yeah, fair play to you, mate. I'll see you later. Cheers, mate. Bye.
What's up, guys? Um, Tom Nestor on Instagram's hilarious. I don't know if you guys follow. No, he's a British comic, Tom Nestor. Go follow him. He's so funny. Guys, we have a lot to talk about, man. We got the Golden Boy prelims on right now. They're on the Zone's YouTube. Rival Kaba is about to start. We had Australia last night. We have to talk about that. That's going to be my main objective for the first part of this live stream. Talk about our the fights. What happened with Zerafa? I'll give you my opinion on the whole situation. For all of you, those who don't live in Australia, that you're maybe unaware of the boxing fandom media zeitgeist. So the overall perspective of Zerafa already before this fight over the last few years, and what transpired last night in the main event in Brisbane, what that means to both guys' careers, Nikita and Zerafa. We'll get into that. As you guys are tapping in, let me know where you're coming from. Also, do me a favor, like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. Our Discord is growing. You guys have a couple different options to join. You could join right here on YouTube. It's a couple bucks a month, or you could join on Patreon. Whichever one you choose, you become a member, a VIP in the Discord. It's not just boxing, it's MMA, it's NHL, it's American football. It's a growing community more than anything. I love getting private messages from guys in the Discord who will tell me about, hey, thanks for starting this Discord. I linked up with so-and-so. I met him here. Here's a picture of us like at the casino. Like it's pretty rad. And it's growing. We started it in August. That link is pinned. And DAZN, their stream just started. So give me 1 second. I'm trying to do like 15 things at once. I'll bring the Discord up here. Share screen. All right. Yeah, so wherever you guys are at, Dwayne in the house. Saludos from Mexico. What's up, brother? Hopefully you're well. Jay Size in the house. Guys, we're up though, man. We hit our long parlay hit with Australia, and I'll show you. We always bring up the receipts. And our double hit, our method of victory. Now, our payouts would have been so much more if Michael Zerafa wouldn't have quit. And that sounds pretty crazy. And you guys know me. I'm the last guy to ever bag on a fighter. You never see me talk trash about a fighter. It's just not in my nature, considering, I basically grew up in a boxing gym. Zerafa quit. Don't get it twisted. However way you cut it, if you had money on Michael Zerafa, you got lucky 100%. Those of you on my stream who thought Zerafa was going to beat Tszyu, you were wrong. He wasn't going to beat Tszyu. I know it got stopped in the second, after the second, due to a headbutt, but he wanted out of there. He saw where this was trending. He was going to get stopped. My saving grace, our saving grace, the Nikita Tszyu fans last night, is that thankfully our betting apps didn't screw us. Thankfully, the betting apps did the right thing and just voided it and still paid us out. But the biggest take-home point is Michael Zerafa had a great opportunity to prove his naysayers wrong, prove his doubters wrong. He didn't have to win. He could have, fight. Boxing's such a beautiful sport to where you could gain fans and you can move up the ladder with how you fight. Fighting valiantly, fighting admirably, fighting like a warrior, fighting like a samurai. Not saying that you can't see because the fight was going to go how, you didn't like it and you were instantly uncomfortable, and then you said you couldn't see, and then you lied in front of the whole world when there's video evidence. It left such a bad taste in all of our mouths. Mike Zerafa, he should be embarrassed, and I know he's embarrassed, and it happened in the heat of the moment. So it's tough to look. It's tough not to judge him. I'm gonna play you this real quick. When is the last time you've seen Tim Tszyu this animated? This is right after. This is Mike trying to shake hands with Tim. Zerafa's trying to shake hands with Tim.
Brother,
and Tim's like,
I can't see. I can't see. I said it's blurry. Brother, I went 12 rounds, I can't see.
when have we ever seen Timmy Tszyu like that? Like, he was pissed. Everybody was pissed. I was pissed. Zerafa, as simple as this. Zerafa wanted a way out, and he found a way out. And, some people are saying that's a good business move. And this takes me back to the point I said about the boxing zeitgeist down here in Australia. You got to know who No Limit is. You got to know who the Rose brothers are. They're not going to give him another opportunity. This isn't like, oh, let's just run it back and let me get double the money. I don't think the Australian fan base wants to see that. And I don't know if the Rose brothers want to do that. I don't know if maybe somebody here could, if you heard a comment that I haven't read yet, but people are super salty. The fans, right when this happened in Brisbane, the crowd were throwing things. The crowd looked like they were about to revolt. So Zerafa had an opportunity to be brave, and this was Nikita's step up. And Nikita handled it how I thought he was going to handle it. If you know anything about boxing, you saw what happened. You saw the psychology of what was happening, and it's just unfortunate for the sport, man. Yeah, crazy to think he was announcing that they're going to run it back. And I'm going to pull up another video for us. Okay, so we have to understand too about keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? Of all the pro sports, boxing fans, and the longer you're on my channel, if you're new, we have an educated chat. Boxing fans, you can't lie to a boxing fan's face about what they see. It's not like politics. It's not like Democrats and Republicans, and one media outlet is telling you one story and the other media outlet is saying the opposite, and you have video evidence right in front of you exactly what happened, and both sides are infighting, and both sides are saying that the other's lying. Boxing fans, we're not stupid. You see what's happening. Mike Zerafa on camera, and I'm going to play it for you, was asked, can you see? He said, I can't see. The day one boxing fans know if you tell a doctor in the ring you can't see, they're going to stop the fight. Now, that's not really my issue with him saying I can't see. We've seen this happen before. It's combat sports. The issue is right after, in the ring, he lied to everybody. He lied to everybody to our face. Now, we're not only salty that the fight ended because it was trending to be a fun little firefight. We're not salty. It's not just because our channel who picked Nikita, our parlays were going to double, our method of victory prop bets were going to double. But now we're also salty because now we have this dude lying to us. You know what I'm saying? So it's multifaceted. And as a fighter, I don't know if I have another comparison in recent modern boxing to compare this to. Watch.
The head clash right there, and it looked like Nikita got kind of dazed from the head clash right there. He took a couple of steps back.
Oh, no, it's good, Mike.
A check to the doctor. He'll have no problems with his
That's a little head clash.
You just said it. I can't see. He just said it. And I bet you No Limit. Dude, I freaking hate No Limit boxing. No, the promotions, they're probably going to flag me for that. Oh, well. We'll see. We'll see if they take. We'll see if they take this live stream down. Hopefully they don't. Me just playing that might get me taken down. But you just saw. You saw what You saw what we saw. You saw what we heard. I can't see. And then I'm gonna play you one more.
The questions. I said it was blurry. Like he told me to cover my eye. Can you see? I said I can't see that because there's blood all in my eye. That's just that's a natural cut. Do you want to continue? Do you want to keep going? Are you right to keep going? You still want to fight? Nothing. I'm just as confused and angry as everybody else. It was a tough fight. Me and Nikita.
Come on, Mick. Come on, Mick.
I know, man. It's always something. I'm over this, man, honestly.
How over it are you, though?
So he's talking about retiring now.
I don't know if they're going to see me back in the ring anymore, man.
Come on, Mick. See, now we're getting honey-dicked. Come on, Mick. Now I want to retire. Man, get your ass out of here, man. Salty. What's your take on this, boys? Because we got Gabe Rosado in front of me. If I flip the screen, I got the Golden Boy card on. I might stay on and talk a little shit on the Golden Boy card. But you know, let's go over real quick when we hit, you know, our victories, because lately you could go 15 for 16 in this business and everyone wants to talk about your losses. On our channel, we talk about both. I'm going to show what we did and how that affected our money. I've never seen Tim Tszyu that animated though, mate. So this is my Instagram. Guys, if you're on Instagram and you want to contact me and follow me there, Johnny Stofko on Instagram, just say, hey, Johnny, I watch your YouTube. I'll follow you back. It's just another way of getting a hold of me if you have questions about the fights. I'm very reachable. Okay, here's the... And this is why we're salty. We got paid, and Sportsbet did the right thing. But, you know, we were getting plus 491. This is if you're new to the channel, I do this every week. This is a money line long parlay. It's fun. You know, you're not going to go full unit. I mean, I want to, you know, it just depends on your bankroll. That's a whole nother conversation to have. But when you see the last green tick that's not a tick, the ghost glove, I call it, that's a void. And when this happened, people were getting salty across the world because we have an international community, and some people are like, they better not pay us. So at least they paid us. I told you guys all week, Blake Wells, and these were kind of like, you know, some of them were close, but we hit. But the payout, you know what I'm saying? Like that was at 180. The payout would have been way better. And this happened to a lot of people. I mean, I was shocked when I heard Gary was taking Zerafa. I was shocked when some of the guys in the Discord were taking Zerafa. I initially, before I did film study, was going to take Mike, but then just the aura of the fight, and maybe that some of the people who were picking Mike didn't live in Australia. I think that probably had something to do with it. Because down here, unless you're from Melbourne or unless you're in that Mike Zerafa camp, you would kind of you pick up on the vibe and the aura of Nikita. And this is another thing I'm bummed out about, is that I put this question up in the Discord before the fight started. I said, you know, Nikita Tszyu, he's 9-0, or he's 11-0 with 9 knockouts. It's only his 12th pro fight. I've seen Nikita main event and headline at least 5 times. I think at least 5 times. This kid has literally grown up in front of us on the pay-per-view stage. You don't have many 154-pounders in the modern era that you could say that about anywhere, right? I say that to say this. The lights, they don't affect this kid, Nikita. So I said if Nikita has a standout performance, if he has an electric viral performance and, you know, impressively stops Michael Zerafa, are we potentially looking, because he's already ranked number 11 in the world on BoxRec's algorithm at 154, are we potentially looking at a dark horse world champion in Nikita Tszyu? Like, people are starting to talk that way. And, you know, all he does is keep winning. One of the reasons I leaned on him was that stoppage victory over Dylan Biggs, and then having watched Dylan's tape in the WBC Grand Prix, and I just couldn't find a victory on Zerafa's resume that even holds up to that. And so that was one of my leaning points with Nikita. And I feel how it ended, we got stripped of seeing Nikita do that. Nikita got stripped of that. His fans, Australian boxing, because when you look at the 154-pound division and you're watching this 27-year-old kid who doesn't care about fame, doesn't care about Twitter, doesn't care about the distractions, he only cares about fighting and his fight style. You put that into the conversation, and you add the element of, we do see him leveling up. You do see bit by bit him getting a little bit more technical, adding a little bit more feints, using a little bit more of the ring. We know about his backhand, but his lead hook is one of my favorite punches, and his willingness to fight you. This is something that boxing, like, we're looking at a potential in terms of marketability as well. We're looking with Nikita at a potential star. And so, mate, unfortunate on a lot of levels. You know what I'm saying? That's just my take. So I asked, are we looking at when Nikita Tszyu a potential star? Is he going to retire undefeated? No, I don't think so. But boxing throughout the years will market a guy like Nikita as long as he keeps winning to a certain extent. Take Nikita to the States. Take Nikita to, I want to see him in big crowds. I've watched him fight live multiple times. The crowds love him. Like, he has this sort of growing cult fan base here in Australia that initially didn't believe in him. This is another that I've got to watch this firsthand. I've watched him train when there's 5 people in the gym at Bondi Boxing Club years ago. I've watched him do media for when his brother was getting main events. And now it's almost like, holy shit, Nikita Tszyu is carving a career out for himself. And, we have to pump the brakes a bit. He's only fought 12 times. But what other guy has been, like, he's not kind of had the easy way. It's not like he was hidden away. I like what Paulie said on the live stream last night. Tim Tszyu, his first 10, 15 fights, he was kind of hidden away a bit. Not Nikita. Nikita's been propped up and put on this main event stage. And, just for this, just being able to handle those lights, that energy, that pressure, it seems to not affect Nikita Tszyu. And we look at fighters who do really well in this game. A lot of it comes down to the psychology of being able to handle the nerves, the pressure, the stress. Nikita ticks all those boxes. It's almost like, let's figure out some of the nuanced technical side of boxing and let's figure it out in front of the world. And that's what we're watching. So, I mean, the fight was trending exactly how I thought it was trending. And we only got to see, 6 minutes of it, but, still bummed out. The other bet we hit was this one. Liam by knockout plus 195, and I thought Nikita Tszyu by knockout was we got plus 785. I'm like, holy shit. We did this on the live stream yesterday. I felt this was easy money, man. Liam was patient. Liam looked good, man. Liam got hit a lot though. I don't want to say Liam, it wasn't I take it back. The body rip was beautiful. The body shot was good, but Liam was almost like, my issue sometimes with Wilson is that he knows what he has in his left hand. I always say this. And sometimes when you have a tool such as that, you tend to wait. And sometimes you tend to kind of sit back a bit and you always think it's going to be there. And in boxing, when you do that, you could lose rounds. Rounds could be flying by. Also, you could be taking damage that you shouldn't be taking. They call Liam damage for a reason. I felt like he got hit too much. Waiting on that opportunity. There's ways to find that body rip. There's ways to find the lead hook without getting hit. You know what I mean? There's entrances, there's feints, there's slips, there's controlling the distance, there's timing. With Liam, it's almost like he just stands in front of you because he's so willing to find it that he's getting hit. And I think he was fortunate enough. Rodex was game, just tiny. You could just see all the way. And Liam, we talked about this with the weigh-ins. I played the footage. I'm always hesitant on Liam Wilson until I see the weigh-ins. I've seen him look horrible in the past. Like, his weight cuts are big. He's a big 130. And then we saw him this week. I was like, he looks pretty goddamn good, man. It looks like he's figuring that aspect out. But as we get older, as men, late 20s, early 30s, combat sports athletes, cutting weight, it doesn't get easier. It really is detrimental on our central nervous system. So our like the systems within us that we rely on with, sleep patterns, regulatory system patterns, accelerated heart rate, how quick our heart could come down, resting heart rate. So our central nervous system is an inner operating system which regulates everything else. And when you're cutting a lot of weight, and you've done it so many times, I think Liam's had 18 to 20 pro fights. He's cut, and you add other weight cuts into that, it doesn't get any easier. And it also limits your durability the older you get. You cut a massive a lot of weight, time and time again, you're not going to be as durable over time. And so I'd like to see Liam not get hit as much. But all in all, we hit on that, and it's just not the ending we wanted. Yeah, I've never seen Timmy that animated, man. He was freaking pissed. He was standing on bit right in Zerafa. Because guys, you have to understand the beef between the families. Zerafa and the Zoo. Zerafa's been barking at Tim for years. They had a fight scheduled. Zerafa pulled out early, and the fight never happened. Tim's had to deal with Zerafa for over half of a decade, and now this happens to his little brother. Like, it's not a good look for boxing. Shout out to my boy Tommy. This is Tommy Randone, friend of the show, a friend of mine. That's him overcoming a cut. I posted this to show people. That's Tommy overcoming a cut and fighting through. He got cut in the second and went on to win an 8-rounder. Did you guys hear about this? I posted this on our YouTube channel. Virgil Ortiz files lawsuit to end Golden Boy promotional contract. I think this is gonna get nastier before he gets better. Oh, we got John McCarthy, Big John McCarthy, an MMA pioneer when it comes to reffing and rules. He had some fights back in the day. He's reffing the Golden Boy card. Interesting. Good to see Big John in the ring. One of the good guys. I wonder, does he still have his podcast? He used to do a podcast. I haven't listened to it in years. Virgil, and then I posted this on our shorts. Yeah. This is the yeah.
You just got to take it a little more seriously. I know you lost your entire life savings, but I feel like you could win it all back. I don't think you realize how good you can be at gambling. You just got to take it a little more seriously. Gambling isn't a straight line, it's a journey. I'm telling you, the shame is temporary. Crippling debt is...
Oh, they're taking it down. They're taking it down. Mate, YouTube, go to my story. That shit's hilarious. This dude's doing stories about I just saw something about the court documents. It says Golden Boy offered Ortiz $3 million to fight Boots, and he was demanding $7 million. Where'd you see that, Kiza? You got a link? If somebody has a link, could you put it in the Discord? I got the Discord screen up. This is Ruvalcaba versus Enes, round 1. If you guys if you guys have action, I actually have action on this undercard, the Golden Boy undercard. Round 1, haven't really been scoring it. Let me know who else is watching the fights. Kiza, could you post that document? Oh, shit, JP, there you go. Appreciate you. See, so guys, if you're not in the Discord, what you're seeing is the Discord, and this is one of the benefits. I've never been part of a boxing community like this. It's not just bet on boxing. We got some real guys like myself who care about the sport. So this is what, according to court documents, Virgil Ortiz wanted $7 million guaranteed to fight. Now, guys, I'm not on X, but is Pound for Pound a credible site? Because we always have to ask ourselves that question, too. All right. Moreover, your comments about the negotiations for a potential fight against Duran Ennis are wildly inaccurate. Golden Boy has offered Mr. Ortiz a guarantee of $3 million for that fight, $1 million more than the guarantee required for the agreement, along with potential pay-per-view upside. Dude, and that's where, I lived with a UFC fighter for a few years. She was part of the first ever Ultimate Fighter. It was season 20. She was a strawweight. She fought pay-per-view once. She fought Paige Van Zandt in Vegas in the co-main. I know how much pay-per-view money counts. So pay-per-view money is where a lot of the money is. In response, Mr. Ortiz has demanded a $7 million guarantee, which is more than 3 times what is required under the agreement and twice as much as Mr. Ortiz has ever earned in his career. See, I don't like when they do that. I don't like it, but this is the dirty side of politics and the dirty side of contracts agreements. When you start leveraging what a guy, when you start pocket watching a guy based on he's never made this, so why would he like? Everybody knows in the world, and maybe this is the double-edged side of promotion. We know that Virgil is one of the biggest names in boxing, so to demand $7 million, I mean, I'm always going to side with the fighter here. Sorry, I'm always going to side with the fighter. Mr. Ortiz has demanded $7 million guaranteed, which is more than he's ever made in his career. The demand is completely unreasonable given that neither Mr. Ortiz nor Mr. Ennis has ever proven the ability to carry a pay-per-view event. Like, come on, mate. Manifestly, Mr. Ortiz is acting in bad faith and making wholly unreasonable demands. This is going to get nastier before it gets better. Yeah, this is going to get nastier before it gets better. And, Oscar's Oscar. And we are watching these right now, guys. So if you're into the Golden Boy prelims, Ruvalcaba is fighting Ennis. I'm not really scoring this fight, but it's on YouTube for free. There's going to be a few of these fights, and then it's going to go on to Zone. So just to keep you guys up to date. We might as well, before I get out of here, let's... I put up my bets already. Guys, if you are in the Discord, that means that you're a paying member. So go to the Patreon or go to my YouTube channel. I posted 2 tickets for this Golden Boy card. And so let me know if you have any questions. I'll pull the odds up. I'll stay on for a little bit longer. It's Saturday morning my time. So it's 9:45 and 9:45 in the morning. So I got laundry working. I got to go get some breakfast with my girl, and I'll be back later. I want to take some of your questions though. Let me know if you have them. It's round 2, 45 seconds left. Ruvalcaba Ennis. The odds on this fight were shit. We didn't get any method of victory odds, so I did a long parlay like I always do, and we got Ruvalcaba. So these are the fights. Guzman Rodriguez, prelim. Scrappy Ramirez versus Brian Rojas. So this Caden Griffiths fight, if you're unaware, this is a teenage prospect, fun prospect. Trains with Israel Madrimov. He's 6-0 with 6 knockouts. If you have a book somewhere in the world that could get you Caden Griffiths by knockout, I would take it. But the bookies are smart. They're not giving us that option. Round 2 just ended. Ruvalcaba is massive for the division. Ruslan Abdullayev is fighting. And Joel Ariate is fighting. All right, this is the big one, and I'll end with this if we don't have any questions. There's a lot going on this morning and night, wherever you guys are. So, real quick, Gucci versus Chavez. This is a rematch. We covered the first fight on the channel. It's interesting to see Gucci the dog now. Gucci was a favorite in the first fight. I picked him to win. I thought he lost 7-3, 6-4. They gave him a draw. This time around, I'm taking Chavez by decision. I like Chavez on points at 220, so you get plus 120 back. And then I like the fight to go the distance as well. So Jorge Chavez on the money line, Jorge Chavez by points or decision, or the fight to go the distance or the over. Those are my picks. And on that note, I'll see you.